Hello guys, so we're having a financial markets focused weekend recap. So this is more, I'm actually thinking, I think I should have edited but it's fine. So I think I can just type it here, a weekend, or should I put a trader, uh, trying to get them coming. Let me get my glasses so I can see clearly. So looking at a week, a traders, okay, a traders weekend recap, and I'm going to pin this so it's like pops up here. Okay, a traders weekend recap. So basically, it's three things, right? Three things that we're getting started with, and those three things, it's the flow of liquidity. Right, three major things when we want to do like a recap. The week is come to an end. What do I do as a trader? So we've got 5 active trading days, which is the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the market is closed. So what do I do? What's the typical thing? So it's just gonna be in three things. So the first thing is what we looked at for the month and what we looked at for the week, right? And I think one of the things I stated was the flow of liquidity, right? From bond yields and how it from bond yields we get some attention or volatility flow from bond yields, whatever information as regards bond yields comes out for the week, we get to see that flow into um, equities, and then from equities we get to see that flow into commodities. From commodities we get to see that flow into currencies, and from currencies we get to see that flow into cryptos, right? So that is the flow of liquidity in terms of fundamental impact in the financial market. So each of these things like happens before the other, before you get to see before you literally know what is going to happen or what is going to literally happen in a way where you can give a forecast and say, okay, this is going to happen with certainty in this sector, in this region. You have to see a certain level of flow of liquidity from this asset classes from one point to another. So if I share the screen for coming, if I share the screen for this, you get to see something like this. Within the week, we got a lot of data that has to do with the CPI for the euro, which we looked through all this and whatever Trump's speech in the most part of the day as well. And then we've got PCE, which was very impactful in terms of the reaction you got to see for Bitcoin later in the day, and gold and all that literally came a lot from PCE. And knowing that the Canadian dollar also had a very very positive strong bias. So it's it's had a lot of strength, right? And the dollar is still gonna be strong as well. So we're looking forward to that more pullback even. um if I decide to add this, I think you may see, let me just add this too, and let me silence this, and let me remove this, and this as well. Apply the filter. So you see the M4 money supply, which is the GBP. All this you get to see personal income, personal spending, and if I want to make it more, what's it called now? Let me remove inflation, growth, employment, leaving only the central bank and bonds. So on Monday we've got the M4 money supply. On Tuesday we've got this. This has to do with the central bank. And on Thursday we got the French 10-year bond auctions. Look into next week as well, and then let me. So we've got the USD, the 10-year bond auction for Tuesday. We got it. I got the 30-year bond auction on Thursday, December, right? I've got FOMC on Wednesday. Now this is what is insane, and this is what's crazy. So the FOMC rate people are projecting for 3.75 a rate cut, right? So but that we could kick that aside. Forget about the rates now. This is not what we're talking about. Looking at the bond, yeah, we've got bond yield auction on Tuesday. We've got another bond yield auction on Thursday. These two, despite the fact that you're seeing that they are yellow folder, right? If you're able to read through and interpret this clearly, you could literally just know what is happening in bond yield, how that is going to impact equities, and then flow and flow and flow. What is going to happen next? It just gives you crystal clear clarity. So far so good. We looked at that this month, and I gave a lot of view on what we're looking out for, and also for the week as well. And but if we look at on a technical basis, we looked at the DXY, which is the dollar index. I'm going to try share that slide now. And looking at that, we looked at it on the daily before we get to like the 8 hours. We looked at it on the daily, and I gave a lot of projection as regards what we're looking forward to. I said this was the breakdown for this trend line. We test on it, and then it should sell all the way downwards. So currently the daily is on a pullback, so we should have that pullback completed. We've got 2 days as well. If you look at the stochastic RSI, it's over sold here, it's oversold here, and you typically when oversold, what happens? It decides to what's it called now? Pull back. 3 days is yet to be oversold, but whatever, we're getting that pullback on this asset classes, and then we've got the 1 week. So this week, the crossover we see on the stochastic RSI for this week was just this first candle and this second candle, right? And once we've gotten at least 2 sales, we could get some level of pullback in the market, and then continuation as well. Continuation, a little bit of pullback and continuation downwards. So it's with like the whole week played out as we expected, right? So we want to look at that, the month, looking at the week, and then the fact that the monthly candle just started, and then what we're looking out for. These are like our targets for the monthly level. We're expecting all this to get cleared. So the month perspective is still there, the week perspective is still there. On the crypto side of things, we've got the, what do you call it again? The USDT.D, which is more like the crypto version of the dollar index. We've got this, got a very interesting and crazy close. Very interesting and crazy close. And I gave the concern about the inverse head and shoulders. But one thing we've known with crypto is that it's not literally set in stone. Right? It's not set in stone. So that is should I say that's one positive thing we've known. There's a divergence on the monthly, and then we've got a crossover on the weekly on the stochastic RSI, which we've been aiming it from here, right? From this year when fans had this pullback and then continued. This was when we first entered like a buy in BTC. And I got a pullback to this region and whatnot. So in a weekly perspective, we've been aiming for there. And then it's talked about the target of could this go this high into the zones and stuff, but it shouldn't break here. If it doesn't break, we should get it going down. So I think we looked at this on the weekly, monthly, and just like the same perspective. We looked for what do you call it again? We looked for dollar index as regards the currencies. The same thing I think we did for for the USDT.D, and I think we shared a couple of concerns, but we want to see. So if you look here, let me see if I could draw something like a trend line. Yep. So if you look here, actually we've got we haven't gotten like a good proper break. This is still part of an uptrend, right? So you want to see that break of the channel. So if I'm trying to push this into a channel now, that's what you see, something like this one. This is what you see, something of this nature. This is just what you see. So what means that this channel is the in, and that's crazy volatile stuff that you want to see hasn't happened yet. But once it happens, it gives you that go ahead, right? Just like it did for the dollar index. You want to see that gives you that certainty of, okay, if this is what has happened here, then possibly this is what is about to happen next. And you could get some level of confidence in these things and how they operate. So we looked at the monthly, the week. So that's one thing you do, right? At the end of the week, when you look at what do you look at when the week started? When it started on Sunday, started on Sunday. What did we look at? What did we look into on Monday, Sunday? So regarding the month, regarding the week, that is one thing. And the second thing we want to look at is what trade did we take and what were the results so far, right? What trade did we take and what were the results so far? So I think we took a couple of trades on the currency side of things, and we also took a couple of trades on the crypto side of things, right? So basically, if looking at the crypto side of things, we took I think let me remove this. We took this at the start of the week, so we had this, which is in profit, and we did like a one arrow on this, right? The swing trade, and then we took these two, which you're looking at a 4-hour arrow, and we did like almost a 1.9-hour arrow. So we could just say approximately 2 arrows. So far so good. We did like 3-arrow across these two Bitcoin positions. So we had like two Bitcoins trades, right? Two BTC trades which was shared. We had like the swing and then the intraday. And we got like a 3-hour arrow on them. And then we looked at there's a coin we looked at. We looked at a meme coin, right? Called Useless. Yeah, and I think this is what we're looking out for, that if we could get this proper breakouts above here with testing, it's gonna be good. If anyone wanted to enter, this one is gonna use this stop loss and risk very little because altcoins are still variation until proper breakout comes, like with so much falling. So very so they keep on going like lower, lower, lower. So there's like selling down to get stopped out as well. Then we looked at one asset class as well, and I gave them entry. So there were two altcoins we looked at for the week. The other two is also running. So pushing all that aside. So basically the two bits trade are doing so well. And the same concerns I gave about the altcoins are the same things like I said, and that is why like I'm not like setting stone on them or being too focused on them and whatnot. So they are there, right? They are just there. Okay, so back to currencies. In terms of currencies, what did we look at for? This was I think this was one of the first trades I gave currencies, and that was a buy from here, and it was a 4.6 RR. It went as high as like a 5 RR. So this was a entry I gave us, and that was like we did like a 5 RR on that. So and then we've got we did a 5 RR on that, which I think I'm supposed to like pull that off on this. And then we've got this was the second I gave, which we missed. I think I have to remove this from my screen. I mean, because we missed it till it's a lot of proper deleting to do. Okay, so being this aside, we've got we missed this didn't get picked up. I know we shared this, but it didn't get picked up. And then we had USD is it USD card now? Okay, amazing. We got this, which gave like a 1 to 3, right? To give a 1 to 3.4, 3.3. Yeah, we had USD card. They gave like a 1 to 3, so it did so well. And that gave a 1 to 3. We took that this week as well from the daily streams. Guys, you can share the live stream if you want to share it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can share it on kick.com. On X, you can share it to your enemies, your friends, your families, your buddies. You could get them on if you feel like they're going to benefit from this as well. That would be good. And then we've got this too, right? And then we missed one on EU, which we that didn't pick up. And then we've got GBP card. GBP card I think is a bit interesting because we've got this. I shared this for us. Shared this for us. This is three, and it gives it 3RR. Right. I actually shared two setups on GBP card. That was on Friday. Yesterday I gave us this. So to this, it smashed our TP already and cleared. I'm not too certain about this buy because of fundamentally Canadian dollar is very strong. I expect the dollar to buy a bit more. The pound, I don't know, it could be a little bit weaker. So there's a lot of I think one I want to wait for confirmation on this to know safe to Okay, so we had GBP CAD, so let me share that screen. My network disconnected me for a bit. We've got GBP CAD, and this was the first buy, and this buy did with 2 so I said we could close it. So we did about a 2 on GBP CAD buy, and then this sell was a 4 but I said we could use any. So let's assume we use the 3 on plus 2 So we've done cumulatively. If you follow the trades this week so far, we've done like really well, right? Really well. So, but one thing with people is they don't really know how to. They don't really have a goal, right? And when it comes to trading, is one thing a lot of people they don't have a goal, and if they don't have a goal, it's we've got like 10 because EU gave about 5 GBP card about 5 combined 10, 2 bit as a trades gap, 3 USD card like 3 that should be like 16 So what is your goal, right? Combined, right? Combined across 7 trades so far this week. So and so far, so it's like me saying I wanted to be sharing 3 trades per time per day, right? 3 trades a day, 3 days, 3 trades, and so far so good. You have able to miss yeah 2 trades that are like whatever mess up, and obviously it's the altcoins and nonsense whatever, which like makes it up to 9, right? So out of the three on 3 different days, we're able to like come up like that. We've got like really good results in them. So what you make out of them, how much you made out of them is definitely really up to you. It's really obviously up to you what trade you take and the results we got from them. So basically what your goal is. I think a lot of people lack goal setting when it comes to their trading career, their trading journey. So it's very important for someone to has their goal setting based on what they really want to achieve. It's gonna get you to where you should get. Even in your accounts you're managing, you want to really have your goal setting. And I think so. The first thing I said when we wanted to recap is looking at the month, the week, what you've said, what's your overview so far for them, and then secondly, when you look at what trades we took, what results did they get from this trade, and even looking at your goals, right, for the week. How do they help you get to your goals and stuff? So someone who is risking if it's just $100 on each of the trade, they've made good, really good amount of money this week. So what works for you, right? Just what works for you, and you just stick to what works for you. And then I think the next thing has to do with what emotions did you feel? What emotion did you feel? That's like a third thing I get to ask myself is what emotions did I feel? What went bad and what didn't play out? Right? There'll be times whereby some may go bad, some may not play out. Like the altcoins which you're already looking at, there's a high tendency that they're not gonna get played out, but it's just fine. And then we're looking at what really went bad. That's another thing, right? We get to factor in what went bad, and then how did I feel in each of them? Did you miss a trade? Did the trade leave you? All these kind of emotions. Being able to observe and know how you feel on each of them is very important. I think there was one of the trades I missed. I didn't take on time. But it's fine. But however, overall, personally, I see I got my goal because I have like a personal goal on my funded account. I have a personal goal on my own personal account, and on the personal account, I was able to like scale my goal to a very good level, right? To a very good level, like 50% to my goal already. And then for the what was it called for my funded account, I took mine to I got like 50% of my goal as well. So I think everything most important is the fact that you're making money. There's so much money available out there. It's just if you're paying attention and if you're collecting yours and you're making yours, making money, you're definitely going to be. But if you're not, it's definitely just going to be up to you. So that's that for today's recap. So far, so good. I feel like tomorrow it's Sunday. I'm not too sure yet. I would love to see the markets open on Sunday, see how it behaves, how it acts, what happens after the opening, and then do like a personal review over the charts, over what I'm looking forward to by Monday, market open. And then I think I'm gonna go live probably before the New York session, and then share. I will just continue like that for, and let's just see how much progress we make in this season whereby we are literally locked in. Bye for now, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. And I think with this, you should be able to know how to do your weekend research for yourselves, recent weekend recaps for yourself, and literally how you could get to make good results and progress for yourself. See you everyone, and have a blessed weekend when